Hello, and welcome to Two Guys in a Closet. I'm Max,
I'm Diego.
and if you probably can't tell, but I'm sick, so this is good. This
Bullshit,
is the first
you're never
ever...
sick. You can't be sick. It's fake.
What?
You can't be sick. Not today.
No.
Alright, anyway, so this is the initial episode, so what we're going to be talking about is just what the plan for the podcast is. Because I know a lot of people will come on and be like, is this a tech show? Is this a video game review show? Is this Talking with Satan hour?
Cthulhu Hour. I think that was my initial pitch to Diego when he told me. He walked up to me and he said, "Hey Max, you want to do a podcast with me?" And my response was, "Is Cthulhu going to be in it?" So possibly we might have a guest star. I might summon Cthulhu so he can talk on the show.
Before we go much further, I would like to start off by saying neither of us are gay. It's just we're in the closet.
The gay community. Okay, a lot of people are going to ask our opinions.
All right.
I enjoy gay people, but I am not gay myself. Now, I can't say the same for Diego, but
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know what to say.
You're not gay, but you're okay with people being gay.
Yes.
Is that what you're going for?
That's what I was going for.
I'll agree with you. Every point.
Yes. This is going to be an exciting show.
As long as they don't beat up people. That's my one caveat. Don't use your gayness as a shield for legitimate criticism.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I agree with this point. There is no controversy in this recording.
I'd like to think that this entire podcast just becomes, I'll bring up a point and then you agree and then we both just talk about how we agree.
Straight off. Okay. So for all of you viewing at home, we decided that we weren't going to go with anything and we were just going to talk about stuff and we'll see how this goes.
Pretty much the objective of this podcast is we're going to just talk about whatever the hell we want. The way we're going to do it is also we're going to have episodes where we're talking about a show. We're going to have episodes where we're reviewing books. We're also just going to have random episodes where we scream for an entire hour. That might be an actual thing that comes out. You never know.
We have thought of that. It's going to be good.
So this podcast will pretty much be it'll be everything. It'll be a grab bag. You never know what you're going to get when you're tuning in to Two Guys in a Closet.
There's a good chance this is going to suck. But I'm happy you're all here.
Yeah. For those who are here, thank you for tuning in. I know that this is probably like the lowest quality production podcast if you've listened to any podcasts before that you've listened to. However, if we can maybe right now the setup is we're in an actual closet recording on one microphone.
I was just going to say that.
So that's the setup. And we're using Audacity because we didn't buy any actual software.
Yeah, we're cheap.
So, if we make a bit of money, maybe this will go up in production value.
Possibly, or we're just going to be a closet for the rest of our lives. One or the other.
You never
live in this closet.
Alright, so, first things first, we don't actually have, like, a theme song. Do we want a theme song?
I don't have the guitar.
Well, we don't need a guitar. We'll just...
Nah. We'll come up with... Do you want to come up with it right now?
We just need to improv a theme song.
How are we gonna do this?
We're just gonna
Hold
sing.
on.
All right, you got it?
Hold on.
No, we don't. No.
I'm thinking.
No.
I gotta think.
Do you lay down a beat?
I'll drop the beat if you want to start.
Actually, I'll drop down the beat. You want to do it?
Okay.
Alright.
I'm not. Okay. My improv skills are a little rusty. You can hear all the uhs and ums.
I feel like your improv skills are better than mine. So.
That's true. Would you like to drop the beat?
Do you want me to like make a mouth sound, or do you want me to just hit something?
Do what you will. Yeah, slap your thighs together.
All right.
That's that.
I told you I didn't.
You're making me cough.
As you fellas can tell, Max is a little bit sick boy.
He made me do it when I was sick.
Well, it was either now or like a month from now, and I'm like,
fair.
we should do something at the very least.
That's a fair point.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Yeah, we're two guys in a closet in Diego's house, doing nothing but sitting in a closet, talk about games and books and shit. We never really know when we're done with it. Yeah, closet time, baby. Yeah, I'm doing okay at this. Yeah. This is the end. Shut the fuck up. Here we go.
Hell yeah!
Well, that was
super good. I'm okay. I approve.
That was pretty good. I didn't cough. That was good.
I feel like if we improv like one every time, people are gonna complain that we didn't use the first one.
The first one, I think I peaked very early. I think
we've already wrote the theme song, and it wasn't even intentional.
Yeah, it was good.
All right. So I think the first thing we should do, besides other than writing the theme song, is we gotta talk a little bit about who we are, because I know that this will probably get spread around between friends very fast.
Let's not do age. No age.
No age.
Case this
That's
goes
fine.
Anonymous.
That's fine. If anything, we can bleep out things that we don't want people to know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Would you like to go first?
All right. I'm Diego. I'm gonna avoid age just to make Max feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So, but I will say that we are fairly young. I don't know if that's very obvious.
Fairly young.
Fairly young.
We're not young.
Well, young-ish.
Young-ish is more.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably very obvious in our voices.
Oh, 100%. I sound like a 3-year-old.
So, So I'm a big boy. I really enjoy. I've been a Boy Scout for a while. I don't know if that.
Oh, a long time.
I've been a Boy Scout for a long time.
Forever.
I'm in our robotics team. I really enjoy that. I'm not gonna say the team name or number because I feel like some people would get angry about free publicity, but also people wouldn't. I don't want people knowing where I'm at.
They can track you down. But FBI just bursts through your door. We're gonna get swatted like 20 times over.
Oh God. I'm a big video game boy. I really like video games, but I also enjoy being outdoors, which is kind of a contradiction in itself. Yeah. I don't know if there's much else to say unless Max has something that he would like to add.
All right. So I'm God King Max. I think that's how I want to be addressed.
Address him as such. Yeah, address him as such.
I am literally the creator of the universe. So
that's impressive. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I never told you, Diego. I actually created the universe.
Fun facts, you know.
I was from okay. I gotta start from scratch. I'm already stuttering.
That's
because
fine.
I'm so excited to bring
this is
this
the cut.
up.
We gotta
okay,
do the cuts.
You ready for this? In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
You weren't
in
born
the playground is where I spent most of my days.
You were not born
Shut
and
the
raised
fuck up.
in Philadelphia.
You ruined my flow. All right.
Real facts.
For reals. I like video games. I actually like. Diego likes video games. I like video games.
I feel like the one question people are gonna ask is, are we console peasants or are we a PC master
I'm
race?
both. I'm a hybrid. I do a lot of
I don't
PC
think they
gaming.
make those.
Shut the fuck up. I keep saying that. Nah, but
we gotta bleep all of the swears, Max.
That's
You
true,
realize
that's
that?
True. This is gonna be a family-friendly, 100%
Sort of
podcast.
family-friendly.
Sort of family-friendly.
We're gonna talk about stuff, and it's gonna.
We're
be
gonna
fun.
talk about porn.
No, we're not. It's not at all.
Porn review.
No, we're not. I don't want that.
Oh, you love it.
No, I won't.
All right. Anyway, so I like. I go between. I actually run a lot. I do a lot of running, physical activity. I love the outdoors, love camping. I am not a Boy Scout, believe it or not. I quit. Diego's mad at me because of it.
Yeah, it's a big contention between us because I've known Max. That's how I met Max. Actually, we don't go to the same school. So that was the gateway drug between our friendship.
I guess.
That's what it's gonna have to be.
Yep. Basically. Where was I? There's not much to say. I'm a very quiet person. Until I'm making fun of Diego. So that's all I have to say.
All right. Favorite video game because we need to fill time.
Okay. That's actually really tough.
Just pick a game. Pick a game.
So, and I love
I'll tell
movies.
you how it's wrong.
I thought of analysis, and the first thing that came to mind was movies. I'm crazy about
Max
movies.
is
Love
probably
watching
gonna
them.
be making a lot of movie references that are gonna go over my head, and then then our editor, he will be like, "Oh, Diego, you're a big dummy for not getting that reference."
He said something like, because I was talking about how bad my voice was when we were recording, and Diego's like, "Oh, it doesn't sound too bad," and I'm like, "Well, I sound awful." And he's like, "Well, wait until we get mics in our necks, and then we can sound however we want." And the first thing I said was, "I want to sound like Keanu Reeves." And then immediately after I say that, Diego just goes, "What?" And I've never been so angry at you before.
So this will be interesting because I think what we'll end up doing is we'll have to do movie reviews where Max has already seen the movie, but then I'm just sitting there like watching the movie.
I'll be freaking out, and you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Max
are
will
you
know
doing?
all of the deep lore, all of the deep magic witch lore.
See, that's the thing that gets me into video games and movies. The fucking lore. If the lore ain't good, get me out. Get that shit out of my sight.
We'll be talking about Max will be talking about a skeleton king who took over the land of Drestia, and then I will come in and just be like, "Yeah, that's Skeleton Man. He took over that world that one time." And Max will yell at me because I don't know any of the names of people.
That reminds me. I'm if our title or little what do we call it? What would we call it? Our profile picture logo. That's the word I was looking for. That took me way too long.
Do you want to restart that
If our logo
sentence?
shows up, my guy has a little D&D shirt. And that's because I'm the biggest D&D nerd in the history of the universe. There's probably people out there that are like, "Oh, I'm the biggest D&D nerd." You're probably right, but I also love D&D a lot.
You are by far the biggest D&D nerd I know. You're the one who actually got me into it, and I do really enjoy it. I thank you, good sir.
We're gonna have to talk about. I'm gonna have to rant about some stories because Diego has been through IDM. I homebrew because I'm a dork, and Diego created a character called Pippin. And we're gonna have to get back to Pippin at some time.
We'll have an entire episode where we just talk about D&D stories.
I will.
So stay tuned for that.
That's more, dude. That's literally just a Pippin episode.
It's other stuff too. Like we've got at least a couple of stories that we can.
Oh
tell.
yeah, I've got more than enough, more than my fair share.
Mm-hmm. And on my shirt, I'm the orange boy, if I remember correctly. I don't have the I don't have the logo pulled up. I do have a Mr. Saturn on my shirt from the game. Do you want to speak?
Go, keep going.
All right. You were interrupting me, to be fair.
I'm crying. It's okay.
You guys can't see this, but Max is actually not crying.
You don't know that. They can't see me.
Exactly. That's why I gotta let them know.
You can't see me. Oh my! I can't do a John Cena reference.
All right.
I can't do that. Keep going.
All right. So I have a Mr. Saturn on my shirt. That was because I really like the game Earthbound, and I really enjoyed that game. I've played Mother 3, and I'm very close to beating the original one, which I don't care for that much. But I do really like the first one. I like the jokes. It's a good game. We'll go into video game reviews more later, but just overall, Mr. Saturn is almost like my mascot of sorts. My own personal mascot. Max, I think you can attest to this.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Since we're on the topic of favorite video games, you brought it up like a while ago.
I brought it up a while ago, and then you just kind of dismissed
I'm sorry. I thought of movies, but anyway.
No, that's fine.
Since we were going in depth, I might as well just talk about shit. All right. So my favorite movie, what?
Favorite video game.
My favorite video game would have to be. I love Zelda. Zelda is used to be my lifeblood. I liked Breath of the Wild way more. It was originally Ocarina of Time because I remember that was the one that sucked me into the world of video games, and Breath of the Wild made me feel like I was replaying Ocarina of Time in a whole new light, and that's the reason I love it. But that loses to Pokemon Pearl, the first game I ever fucking played. And I love that game. Everyone can say, oh, now we got Gen 4 was absolute garbage, and Gen 7 was the best one. Fuck you. It's all... Look at Pokemon Pearl. If you say Platinum's better, then you're a bandwagoner. Pokemon Pearl is the best one. If you're Diamond, you suck. That's just... I'm literally, with my hands, I'm making a diagraph to Diego right now about what's happening.
I will say, my first game that I think was actually mine was Pokemon Blue Rescue Team on the DS.
I can't say anything about the Rescue Team games.
But the first game I ever played, I'm pretty sure, the one at least I think I have the most memory for was, what was it, Need for Speed 2, the one where you're a cop. I forget the actual, subtitle to that one. I remember my mom said that I couldn't play it because she didn't like me running away from the cops. Even though that game is rated E for everyone, I was not allowed to play it.
No.
And I didn't
run away from
I didn't
cops,
touch
Diego.
it until 10 years later because I thought for a long time because my
you waited 10 years.
yeah, I just never knew.
That's so good.
For some reason, I thought the game was rated T, and then like 10 years later, I noticed, oh yeah, it's actually rated E for everyone.
My parents were were the same way though. When
My
I was
dad-
a kid,
Yeah.
they wouldn't let me play anything cool. They wouldn't let me play.
You could only play geometries for everyone on DS.
I'm happy because my cousins. Okay, I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go into a rant story.
If this is the point where we put in a little like transition sound effect.
All right, our editor can mess with that.
He's gonna like high pitch.
Yeah, he's gonna make it like ear piercing. But my parents would not let me play a lot of video games as a kid, and that's because they thought video games were bad for you.
They were the spawn of Satan, actually.
They were
and then they weren't.
Yes, and then they weren't. And they thought that I would just be sitting around at home. Probably not. They probably didn't even think this. But they didn't want me to become a violent person. Push comes to shove. They didn't want me to be violent. Video game stuff all the time was like, hey, video games are violent. And
that was the big push of the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the big push. And so, and nowadays, it's like everybody plays video games.
Everyone plays Call of Duty. I don't. I play it every now and then with friends, and that's about it.
What is the most violent game I've played? Probably The Binding of Isaac, but I didn't even play that.
The Binding? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe Fallout.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac's not even that bad.
It's not even that bad, yeah.
I've
watched some weird games, though, so...
I think I've seen more violent movies than I've played violent video games.
I've seen some violent movies.
Hell yeah.
I've told you this, I've recently watched all of the Kill Bills because I'm dumb.
Kill Bill is a fantastic movie.
It's so good. I forced Diego to watch it, like...
Well, you forced me to watch, like, the first part, and then I went home and watched the second part anyway.
That's how good it was, dude.
Yeah,
That's how good it was.
It's good. I think he made a good decision to break it up into two parts, because I can't imagine that movie being
all in one
like,
go?
5-hour movie. I can't imagine that movie being one 5-hour long epic.
Yo, 100%.
I think he
I
did
agree with you.
Like, it's not like even it was a choice of, well, I want to make more money, so we'll break it up into 3 parts like The Hobbit. It was he made a logical choice where the story needed to be told over those 2 movies, and breaking it up would have lost a lot of the flavor that the movie had otherwise.
Honestly, that's one of the reasons why Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the movie for me, isn't as good as the comics. Spoiler alert, I love Scott Pilgrim.
I don't know how
Best
it's a
boy.
spoiler.
Spoiler alert. They'll figure it out eventually.
Spoiler alert to your life, you know.
It's on the internet. People find it.
They'll find our LinkedIn pages that don't exist.
Yes. my LinkedIn page. Anything but that.
And the first thing on the LinkedIn page will just be big fan of Scott Pilgrim, but it'll be like it'll have like a cross out so that people can't see it.
There's a little Discord
yeah.
cross out. Oh man. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Movies.
We flipped.
We went from somewhere. We keep going from video games to movies.
We keep
on accident.
bouncing here and there. Well, that's kind of the point of the show.
Yeah, the whole show is gonna just be us talking about stuff. Sometimes we'll actually have actual topics. This is episode 0. Mainly, this is my choice. Mainly because it's nice to have like what I would like to think as seasons of the show.
Yeah.
And so every episode will have a season number, and so season 1, or actually season 0, will be numbers that have in the second number place would be a 0. So episode 0 doesn't even have a number, so it's just the introductory episode. It's like the channel trailer on most YouTube channels.
Yeah. The reason we're doing this right now, and the reason why it's not too structured, is just because we're just trying to mess with stuff. Like, we literally just downloaded Audacity maybe an hour or two ago.
We had been talking about maybe downloading or making a podcast for about a month or 2. It's been a decent while since we've been actually talking about making a podcast.
We've definitely discussed it, though.
As soon as I got a microphone, even before that, we were talking about maybe making a podcast over the summer. But life gets in the way, you know? I was doing my eco project, and then robotics. Max was doing drama, and he had some other stuff.
I had some stuff, yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff that was going on between the both of us, and we just never got around to doing it. But now that the robotics season is kind of ending, that just kind of dates this episode. Robotics season is ending. Drama's finished up.
Drama's done for me. Basically, yeah. so we just decided, hey, let's just walk over here.
I know I'm
do
a
the
lot
thing that we
more
wanted to do.
free. I'm a lot more free than in the past, just because of my circumstances in school. So we have a lot more time on both of our hands. We are actually able to. We're gonna try and get together more and more often just to record podcast.
Yeah, honestly, this is really exciting. I definitely need to work on speaking, so hopefully this will help me with like my whole
speaking
thing. Because I hate ums, ahs, and stuttering. I stutter all the time, and oof. It's an oof.
This is a learning experience for the both of us. We are both learning how to hold conversations for long periods of time because
You made me cough. It was so funny.
Neither of us are very bad at speaking, I wouldn't say, but we're bad, I think, especially Max has been telling me, like, holding conversations for long periods of time, that is a challenge.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say we can hold for long periods of time if we're talking to, like, close friends and stuff. So hopefully this will get us out of our shell, talking more.
This is also, like, the introduction of... I at some point would maybe like to start a YouTube channel or something, and it just gives us a little bit more information about what's out there and what you can use, and if this podcast is successful, we might even be able to make a little bit of money off of it.
Hopefully.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
I don't think it's gonna happen for a while, but you never know.
I want to see where this goes. Honestly, when you pitched the idea, I was like, cool, awesome. We're not gonna we might not make any money. We might not. I'm not really in it for the money. I'm just in it to enjoy it with my guy.
I've seen a lot of posts on the internet that are like, if you have an idea for something and you want to do it, there's nothing that's really stopping you except for... Well, actually, no. There's nothing that is stopping you unless you need some specific equipment. But even still, like, microphones are, like, pretty... Like, a nice microphone...
They're expensive.
They're not... Well, a nice microphone you can get for pretty cheap.
Really?
Relatively. Like, the microphone we're using right now is a ice snowball.
Oh, that's fun.
Or a blue snowball, my bad. And this was a $50 mic, and I hope it sounds fine. I know that it is at least a nice quality microphone. You wouldn't even really notice much of a difference between something like that and a Yeti.
Yeah. Honestly, we got into like a motivation topic real fast here. This is how...
Just do what you want to do.
Yeah,
that's the real point of this podcast. If we can start something, so can you. I'm killing Max over here on accident.
I'm dying of death. I need a tissue.
If you can't tell, I am slowly killing Max.
Would the audience like to hear?
No.
We're becoming an ASMR podcast.
No, we're not. Max, stop.
Blowing tissues podcast.
Hey, Mr. Editor, please cut all of that. I don't want any of that.
Don't.
No.
Bleep your name. Don't tell
also,
anyone that you're
anytime
the
we
editor.
mention your name, this is just for the editor. This is not for podcast material.
No. Put that ASMR thing in the podcast.
No,
it was funny.
don't you dare.
It was funny.
It wasn't funny. It's probably really gross for people that are listening.
Nah, everyone loves the sound of me blowing my nose.
For people that are listening with headphones, if somehow this makes it in, which it's not, I'm not gonna let it. I also feel bad for because he's gotta listen to it.
I'm gonna pay a shiny nickel.
I feel like if he cuts it out, I gotta explain what happened.
I'll pay him a shiny nickel.
Max just blew his nose into the freaking mic like a dummy.
Yeah. Okay. So it might have been cut because Diego's a jerk, but I just blew my nose into the mic because I coughed really loud and I was like, I need a tissue. So there's the recording if Diego wants to cut that out.
I'm gonna cut it because it's really.
No,
I don't want to listen to that with like noise canceling.
I'm gonna tell our editor to keep that in.
Are we gonna bleep the word editor just because we don't want to even mention?
No, we can keep editor, but if we keep his name, I think because he might be a special guest star later. We're thinking maybe we'll have a guest star come into the closet every now and then. They get to join us.
With what room we've got in this closet.
My scraggly hand will come out of the closet and I'll like peer over and I'll look at them and go, "Come into the closet."
All right. So, before we continue, I think we mentioned that we had a nice logo earlier, but we didn't actually mention who made it.
Should we say last name?
We will bleep it if they are not interested in having their name on the podcast.
Shoot.
All right. So, our logo was designed by We will bleep any portion of that she doesn't want on the podcast. However, she does real nice art, and she did that for completely free. So I would like to give her a big thumbs up.
Props to they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta use the right pronoun there.
Yeah.
Bad
also,
Diego, bad boy.
Oh, it's my bad. We'll add it there over my she.
Well, it's gonna sound really, really, like, robotic.
Do we need to give
props to
there?
There.
We gotta give our editor like 5 different theirs to use for every time. No, I'm just joking.
That's a
I'm just
jerk
joking.
move.
I'm just joking.
Anyway,
I'm just joking.
They're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolutely amazing at art, and I'm very jealous.
If we have something for them, like a drawing, I don't know if she had or they have. I gotta get better at that.
Really
I'm gonna restart that sentence quick. Just
hey,
change. He's gonna.
Hey!
I'm talking.
Bad boy.
I'm talking directly to him.
Bad boy.
I'm talking directly to him.
You don't know that?
There's such a. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna restart that sentence. So you can just cut that out. Anyway, if crap, I'm gonna need more. I can't.
Do you want me to say it?
Sure, Max. You want
to? What were you gonna say?
All right.
You want to whisper in my ear?
All right. Okay. All right. Reel in. All right. If they have some form of like, Tumblr page or something, somewhere where you can,
Instagram,
Snapchat, something. If they would like that, we will put that up, and so you can see it. I know that they are always looking for
exposure.
Well, she's not looking. They're not looking for exposure at all.
I don't want to be the guy where it's like, you are making me things for exposure. Nah.
They do really like. They really like They do commissions though every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then they'll do commissions.
So
they're cool.
Maybe this will help. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe. Anyway, thank you. You're amazing.
Yep. Next portion that I wanted to talk about. Where do we plan to upload this? Just so that people know. For the
I guess we
future.
don't have to worry about that now when we're recording. Let's go to another topic because I feel like if we do that right now.
Yeah, if something doesn't pan out, then we have an issue.
If something doesn't pan out, then yeah, I just say right now, let's just
for sure though.
What's happening?
This is gonna go on a YouTube channel.
That's fair.
Just because it's easier to share that around than a podcast link. But it'll also make its way. It'll probably make its way to other places.
It's like a new rapper's mixtape.
Yeah.
We're gonna hand out CDs and cassette tapes
and vinyls.
We'll
make a vinyl.
When I die, I want. Have you heard what they're doing with ashes? They do some crazy.
Oh, I know you
shit
can. I know. Somebody's made a vinyl out of it.
Yeah, someone made a vinyl out of their ashes. So,
I would hope that it's just a compilation of them screaming on the vinyl.
My sister and I joked that when we die, we're all gonna be ashes, right? She's gonna be the sword. I'm gonna be the shield, and then my other sister is going to be
the armor.
Our joke was it was gonna be like a helmet. Like a diamond helmet.
And you're gonna pass it down. You're gonna pass it down to your kids, I assume.
Yeah, our grandchildren.
Each
children.
One of them. And is it one of those things where it's like once you collect all 3 artifacts of the team or of the family?
Hey,
I know it'll be bleeped.
Better bleep that.
It's gonna be
better
bleeped.
bleep that.
If all 3 pieces of the family are brought to one spot and the solstice of or whenever the solstice is in Denmark. You'll be able to communicate with the spirits and to summon Cthulhu. That's what happens when you bring all of those artifacts together.
Yes, honestly, I have very close ties to Cthulhu. We're good friends. I don't want to rant about Monster Prom right now because. Okay, maybe I should rant about Monster Prom.
No. We gotta save that for later. You gotta save that for the later episode.
my incoherent ramblings about my favorite character in Monster Prom.
Yes.
I bet you can figure it out just by us talking about Cthulhu.
I feel like we are giving the editor a lot of stuff to work with.
I'm so sorry, editor. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. He's gonna have to listen to this like 4 different times just to get all of the garbage stuff that we've said.
Yeah,
and
well, it's mostly you.
Yeah, it is mostly me. I'm not gonna lie. I am a garbage speaker when it comes.
It's okay.
To
That's why we're here.
Max has got a lot more speaking experience than I do in a smaller regard. In a smaller regard, you with the drama stuff, you've got more speaking experience than I do as a Boy Scout, even as a leader. Like I don't necessarily need to speak all the time. A lot of the times I'm one-on-one, giving people orders, essentially.
Yeah, Well, I don't see you as barking orders.
No, I am not an order
You
man.
definitely do not
I just have
orders. You just give out suggestions.
Yes, it's very nicely worded suggestions
Yes,
that
yes.
people take to heart and then actually go do.
That's accurate.
Mainly because I'm super cool. That's the only reason that people listen to me.
Yes. Nah, Dave, you're a cool guy.
All right.
Let's talk about something.
This is the last.
Interesting.
I think this is the last topic before we end this podcast.
Bro, we can keep going.
We've been going for like half an hour.
We can keep going.
I mean, yeah.
We can go for a straight hour.
We don't. Okay. All right.
I'm done with that.
All right.
All right.
All
This
right.
is a test. We can go for as long as we want.
Besides, if a topic ends up being garbage, then we can cut it. So it's fine.
We can just cut.
We just have a lot of time. Okay.
We're talking a lot about cutting things, and frankly, I don't want the viewers to be like, they're gonna edit everything. We're gonna try not to edit a lot of this stuff.
Honestly, only the stuff that sounds really bad, or if we go like, oh, I need to re-say that because I've worded it so poorly that I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. That stuff will get cut. I don't think you guys want us to hear us like ramble through topics.
We don't want like last names getting out. We don't want.
Yeah. Mainly, it's not because we don't want people knowing who we are. That's not the. Or well, we don't want people.
I'd like
we
to
don't.
be
We
a
just
little
don't,
bit anonymous.
We'll be a little bit anonymous. We'll have first names, which I think is.
That's fine.
Which
I'm
is
cool
I
with
think
that.
good enough. I think outside of that though, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Diego. So. I have a topic for you.
All right. What's the topic? Fire away.
If you had to sacrifice, you have a choice. Okay, you know when there's like a cliff.
All right.
There's two people on the cliff and they're like falling.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on top of this cliff, right?
All right.
And you have your grandmother
Well, that's kind of an issue.
and your mother. Who would you save?
This is already an
Well,
issue.
Let's say your nice grandmother.
This is already an issue because she already passed.
Oh wait! I didn't mean it. Wait,
I was gonna say this is already an issue.
Wait! I made a mistake.
You have made a mistake. I probably have told you this already, but
I don't remember.
that's okay. I
I
wouldn't
have
expect
a
you
bad
to.
memory. This is a mistake.
I think I'd save my mother because I think the other one would just be a corpse at that point. She's just a bag of ashes right now, I'm pretty sure.
Stop.
I'm putting Max up to the test.
No.
I have broken Max already, and it's already...
Episode 0. I break Max.
Oh, no.
Honestly, this is what you do to me all the time.
Not intentionally, but...
Oh, no. Oh,
some
my
of
God.
it's intentionally.
Some of it's... No, you haven't met... you weren't there for a D&D session, because I have 2 groups in my future campaign. But the other group was just trying to mess with me as much as possible. And, oh, it was great. It was a good
Okay,
time.
anyway, damn. Alright, we're gonna just avoid that topic.
Yeah, we're just gonna avoid that.
We're just gonna skip over that. I wish I had, like, a best friends quiz that we could take.
Best friend. That'd be good. Honestly, okay. I'm trying to come up with a good hypothetical. I can usually come up with them on the fly. I did not expect to die immediately.
You didn't mean to already lose.
I didn't mean to already lose the game. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna keep this simple.
Alright.
Keep this nice and simple.
All
We're
right.
gonna make this as obvious as possible.
You're not gonna let any any
I'm gonna
gaps.
smack some lips together.
Alright.
So Diego,
Alright.
are you a dog person? Or are you a cat person?
Well, seeing as the fact that I already have a dog and my dad is like slightly allergic to cats, so I wouldn't actually know.
So a dog person.
I'm a dog person.
So, okay, we got that out of the way. Now for the real question. Which Gen 8 starter do you like the most?
Oh boy. Alright. For those who are out of the know.
If you pick the wrong answer, I will start screaming.
And then everybody in this house, which is like maybe one person, will be very confused on what's going on. Anyway.
Excuse the tissue blowing. Keep going.
For those who are out of the know, more recently, the Gen 8 Pokemon trailer was just released.
Mm-hmm.
And this showed off the new starters. We have Grookey. We have...
Sounds like a racial slur.
We have Sobble. and we've got Scorbunny.
You mean the Trix mascot?
Yes. Anyway, and Max is asking me, out of those 3 starters, which one do I like the most? Now, I think Max knows this answer. He just wants me to say it out loud.
I actually don't know this answer.
Wow, okay. I think I said it in...
You said it in... You might have said it to me, but I don't
I'm
know.
a big Sobble boy. I want...
Good. Oh, I thought we were going to have a problem here. Okay, let me tell you my problems with all the Gen 8 starters, because I'm going to go on a little rant. A little tangent time.
Oh no, do I have to leave the room?
We're going to call this block Tangent Time. Because I go on these all the time.
Alright, I'm just going to like lean back into the closet while you
So,
talk.
now you can weigh in if you want to.
Alright.
So I looked at the Gen 8 starters, right? And I see Grookey. I see Grookey over here. He's a monkey boy. You know, he looks like a Chespin, but that's about it. He looks kind of like Chespin, but if he was a monkey, and frankly, I'm kind of indifferent. Now, Scorbunny, on the other hand, Scorbunny makes me angry. Why did they put a Digimon in Pokemon? Nobody's ever going to understand this. Nobody's watched Digimon. I've watched only a few episodes. But if you look at Scorbunny, it looks like a Digimon. And I can't get that out of my skull. Because every time I look at it, I'm like, why do you exist? It makes me angry. This Trix mascot motherfucker thinks he can escape my grasp. He's wrong. Sobble is a lizard boy. I find him kind of uninspired, but that's no different. I'm picking Sobble because I want to kill every Scorbunny in existence. That's my goal. And Scorbunny will be a firefighting because firefighting suck and Scorbunny sucks. And that's all I have to say on the matter. Come on the depths, Diego.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, Max, it has a chance of being literally any other typing.
It doesn't.
Look
at it. It's got a little bandage on its nose. It's got little bandages under its feet. That's right. I've analyzed all of the images.
What if it's actually a fire electric? This is before we know what the other evolutions are.
Okay, to be fair, I do think a fire electric would be cool. And I
think we've only got one.
They make Scorbunny look better. I will drop the hate. But
right now, Sobble is the one that needs to be protected.
Yes, he is the scared Pikachu face boy. That's a dead meme. That died ages ago.
However, it is making a resurgence with Sobble as its mascot.
Also, I'm basically just Sobble. Come on. It looks kind of like Mudkip, which is one of my favorite starters.
Always a plus. Always a plus.
My favorite starter. We can talk about favorite starters if you want. Ooh. My favorite starter is Turtwig because he's a Turt boy. You are moving the entire table, friend.
Don't you worry about it.
Okay. Turtwig. Turtwig is the best starter. I love him to pieces. He's adorable, and he looks awesome. Like, what more can you ask for?
All right, I'm gonna be a little bit contradicting Max. My favorite starter is Chimchar. Max is gonna murder me now. Thanks, guys.
Chimchar? Honestly, I do like Chimchar's design a lot.
Yeah, his design, Infernape looks real nice. I like his blue highlights and stuff.
That's where it gets wrong for me. I feel like when you look at Chimchar and you look at Infernape, it feels like it was just a monkey that grew into a big monkey. And there's not much difference. It's alright. There's a difference, but it's not very great in my mind. Now, if you look at Turtwig, he's a tiny turtle boy.
Okay.
And then he becomes a giant turtle boy with a tree on his back.
Everybody forgets.
He's got spikes, and he looks awesome.
Everybody forgets the name of the middle starter, or the middle evolution for the starters.
Growlithe. Not Growlithe.
Growlithe is a completely different Pokemon.
It's Growl or something. It starts with a G.
This is the whole point. Nobody remembers.
Growth.
Do you know?
Something.
It
looks alright.
Do you know Chimchar's middle evolution name?
Monferno.
Yeah, it's Monferno. This is
wait.
my point.
Oh wait!
I won!
My voice cracks. I fell into the.
Max fell into my trap.
Trap.
I activated my trap card.
This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! But what?
Do you know what Piplup's middle evolution name is?
Priplup.
Is it Priplup?
Yes.
I think it's
Prinplup. And then it's like Growl something for Turtwig. I can't believe I don't know it. It's kind of a forgetful middle starter, honestly. It looks all right. That's all I have to say on the matter. But when you look at Tartera, that's when you know you've hit the jackpot.
Yeah. So, I think we're both super biased. You and I both started with Gen 4.
Gen 4, yeah.
So we're both super biased in this regard.
Let's go down a bit. We're talking specifically about Pokemon right now.
Yeah.
So let's drop it down. Gen 3, because we didn't start with Gen 3.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite?
Gen 3, Mudkip.
Oh, same here. Okay,
Mudkip
we're good.
all the way.
Wanna do that?
Already, I can't use this hand. It's in the wrong position. There we go. All right. Gen 2.
Gen 2, Cyndaquil.
I can agree. Cyndaquil is really cool. I do
super
really
cool
like Totodile though. He's very close.
He's all right.
Very close
I
second.
don't. For alligators is kind of but Typhlosion and Quilava look awesome. Like Cyndaquil just gets better as he goes, and then Chikorita's just somewhere on.
Gen 1.
This is the real question.
I already know my answer.
Squirtle. What a lad! This is why we're like
you and
best
I
buds.
are like agreeing. Gen 5 because we started with Gen.
That's true. We can go up. I picked Tepig.
I'm gonna go with Oshawott.
Okay.
I don't like Emboar.
I like Emboar. Not many people like Emboar, but I have a special place for Emboar because he looks kind of like Ganon, and I like my fire Ganon boy. The reason I'm not a big fan of Oshawott, I love Duat. Duat looks awesome.
Cool. Samurott. I don't know what happened with Samurott.
Samurott just.
I think he looks cool. I don't think he lives in that evolution line. Though.
Yeah, I don't think he lives in the evolution line.
I think he would be a really cool standalone Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely. I just feel like Samurott's just kind of there. I don't like Samurott that much, but can we agree that Snivy's is garbage? Every time I see Snipe.
Why does he devolve?
Why does he lose his limbs?
Why does he become a snake? Why he starts with legs and arms? Why does he lose those?
Somebody's gonna tell us that
if somebody told me
Superior does have limbs, but I don't believe it.
If I had the choice to grow up and keep my limbs, or wait, if I had the choice,
you're gonna turn into a quadriplegic.
Yeah. Oh, if by getting taller I lose limbs, I wouldn't want to grow taller.
There you go.
I think that's the analogy I want to make.
Yeah, I'd do the same, honestly.
All right, Gen 6.
Gen 6.
I feel like Gen 6...
I forget most... Oh, I remember Gen 6. I was like, I forget most of Gen 6, but I'm wrong. Nope, I remember the starters.
I think Gen 6 had very solid, like,
it was...
final evolutions.
Delphox.
Delphox I like.
Both I don't even remember Chespins.
Chespin I don't like.
That one's awful. Delphox... What happened? I love the type change. It was like fire psychic or something.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And it's
I'm
also
fine
like
with that.
a witch.
But also, what happened?
But
then
Froakie.
I chose
Frokie's my
day
answer.
one. I picked Froakie because I was like, no, everyone likes these two, but I like the frog.
I like just reptilian creatures in general.
Yeah. And then we got Greninja, and then I was like,
Greninja's
got him.
Cool. And then they added Ash Greninja, and I was like, what is this garbage?
That's fair. I don't like Ash Greninja that much either.
All right.
I like the design, but that's about it.
Okay, Gen 7.
Gen 7. Okay, I gotta...
do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Right.
No, I know who I want. It's just...
All right.
Sad.
I like Rowlet.
Okay.
I feel like that's a very blanket... I feel like a lot of people...
I am now woke. Nah, okay.
Oh no, I have offended the max.
Gen 7 comes out, and I'm looking at these three goons. Okay, we got like a seal-looking ass, we got the cool cat, and then we got a potato owl. And I see them, and I go, the cat's gonna turn into like an awesome saber-toothed cat, right? Like you've seen his design. It's gonna be awesome. And it turns into, so the second evolutions come out, and all of them look awful. But the thing is, Litten still keeps the 4 legs. So I'm like, yeah, we're still going. We got this. We're going strong now. Now it's really going to turn into that saber-toothed cat I'm going to love. It comes out. I see Incineroar, and I'm like, why are you the way you are? And I had to pick Rowlet because I was so angry with Incineroar, I could not follow through.
I feel like, I think was Poplio's second evolution that I don't even know the name of. I think that's the most
Primarine? No, that's the final one. Primarina.
Primarina is the final one. I think That's the only one that actually makes sense when they level
Yeah,
up.
definitely.
It's the only
No,
one.
Litton's makes sense, honestly, because he turns into, like, a normal cat.
Yeah, but, like, why does, I don't even remember.
Why
Why does Rowlet get fat and then lose it all?
Why does he look like Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps?
Either way, Rowlet's my boy. He's a thing. He must be protected. I actually have just a strong association with owls in general.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My grandma used to do a lot of, like, she had a lot of owl things. And
Okay.
And then my mom kind of did the same. And so now I also have a deep association with owls. So
that's fair. I don't hate Rowlet, but I saw it and I felt indifferent. And I hope that this doesn't happen with Gen 8, or else I will blow my brains out. Probably not, though. Suicide is a real problem, a real issue.
You know what we're gonna hear now is that a lot of people are gonna complain about our picks.
Honestly,
no matter
yeah.
what we
caused a bias.
No matter what we said, people are going to complain, and then there's also gonna be people that are gonna be like, "Guys, I don't play Pokemon."
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, we went on a really long Pokemon tangent. I have a very strong love for the series.
I'm gonna look up a best friends quiz. Give me one second.
No, I'm fine with just talking.
Well, what about a best friends?
We don't need a best friend. This is. Let's save that for a later date. This
is your best friend an innie or an outie?
Oh, my belly button?
Yeah.
Dude, mine's innie.
Same.
Okay, cool. Hopefully we didn't have any problem.
We weren't gonna link up our belly buttons. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Also, I keep thinking of I thought of something, and the next immediate thought I had was, Jerry Seinfeld going, "What's the deal with belly button lint?" And that was it. It ended there.
There wasn't even a punchline. That was the punchline.
That's the punchline. That's Jerry Seinfeld. No, but I keep thinking about belly button lint because I never get it. I don't understand why it's an issue. Maybe when we're old. Maybe we're crusty. Maybe when I'm crusty, I'll just.
What?
What did you do?
Oh! Google Chrome is opening.
Oh, okay. I was so scared. You scared the fuck out of me.
Don't worry about it. No, close.
So, you're gonna destroy the audio.
No, I'm not.
Where's the audio that's going? That's not the right one.
There we go.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
Diego broke the computer.
I didn't break the computer. If anything, we're still good. Okay.
Anyway.
So, this is the big question.
Hit me.
Do we plan? How many episodes of this podcast do we want to make before we...
Let's see how this one goes. I know a lot of our friends are definitely going to watch it, and they're definitely going to be like, "Wow, this is a really bad podcast," and that's fine. That's fine.
That's what we want. Actually,
we start somewhere.
We don't want them to say it's good from the start because then that means there's nowhere to improve.
Yeah, we start somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere.
I feel like, at what point though do we stop getting constructive criticism and just get criticism without?
When we're really cool, but we're never gonna be really cool. That's the prank. Ha! Got him.
So this is for anybody listening, I guess. For the first 100 people, give us constructive criticism.
Yeah.
This can be on our topics. This can be on the editing, which we will forward to our editor man.
Yes.
I bet he'll hear it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Our first 100 people. I think we're only going to get 10.
This is actually the sponsored time.
Sponsored time. And here we are.
Audible.com.
No, we can't give them free ad space.
Oh, shoot.
Welcome to
Liverbox.com.
Shanice Green. What was the thing that we were joking about before the podcast? Shannon's Greens. And she's a really old lady. She's sweet. She kills people with her greens, and that's all I have to say on the matter.
Yeah. At some point, this might actually have ad space, but at this moment, nobody's sponsoring Two Guys in a Closet.
Would you like to do the ad song since we don't have an ad? Here, I'll make a beat. I'll make a beat.
All right. This is the ad space for those guys who really like giving us money.
Oh yeah, I like that one. I
don't think we need anything else. I think that's.
I mean, I did the intro, and I still think that's probably the best intro we've ever done.
If we ever switch it, people are gonna complain about.
You don't know that. Maybe I'm gonna come up with a better one.
I feel like at some point people are gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna change it into an actual fucking song with guitar stuff."
I didn't have my guitar. I couldn't improvise.
That's fine. But somebody's gonna take it anyway.
Yeah, someone's gonna steal it. Someone's gonna take the audio.
Now, biggest question. Do you think we're gonna have enough people listening to this podcast that will have somebody animated?
Yo, I'd love that, honestly. I love the idea of, like, someone animating us. Because I'd like to see their, like... Well, we're not going to show images of ourselves. Probably not till later.
No, I actually like it when people do...
I'd like to see what they come up with. You know?
Yeah, like you just, like, based on what we sound like, what do we look like?
I'm probably going to be, like, the really snotty kid in the back of your class with all the Pokemon cards. Like, I got you good this time with my Charizard. That's me.
All right.
I'm going to do all the voices.
I hope that if somebody does animate us, that they ask us for voices specifically, and all we do is we send them Pokemon noises. Sorry, I need an extra and. Can you guys send me some Pokemon voices?
we got you.
Pikachu.
That's all I got.
Since we're talking about Pokemon, we might as well talk about the Detective Pikachu movie that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh my gosh, I actually really want to see that.
Same. Do you have any initial thoughts on watching the trailer?
The first trailer, I wasn't sure. I was like, it might be good. The second trailer, I'm sorry I had to cut you off, but in the second trailer, I heard Pikachu swear, and I was all in.
I do think it's funny that Pikachu is just Ryan Reynolds, which also makes him Deadpool, which
yes.
is fantastic.
You saw the video that he posted forever and a half ago, where it's like, he is Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I think I posted that in our Discord server.
I saw that forever ago, and I never posted it on the server.
Before anybody asks, no, you cannot have the link to this Discord server. We may, if there's enough people that are interested, maybe we'll make like a group, like a podcast Discord server, but we're not gonna let people into our personal
we have
ones.
we have a private one. Sorry, lads and ladies. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
See, you just get around this by saying gamers or fellas. Epic gamers.
Well, according to a few certain friends, I'm not a gamer. So
yeah,
that's
not a real gamer.
Yeah, I'm not a real gamer.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that it looks really good. I think a lot of people are complaining about the realistic looking Pokemon, and I think that that's actually just a unique creative taste.
I like the idea.
I like the idea.
I like the idea of like making them like rough, because animals aren't going to be smooth anime characters. Spoiler alert for all the weeaboos. You can't make a Pokemon look realistic without getting rid of the anime. I'm sorry. But I think what they're doing right now, we've seen some of the designs. Yeah. Apom's probably the scariest one by far.
To be fair, monkeys are very scary.
No, they're not.
Monkeys are like...
They're good men.
No, Max.
They're basically little people.
You don't understand. Monkeys are scary.
Basically little people.
Max,
you can't say that about... Dude, if you look at a chimpanzee...
I'd like to apologize to all of our monkey listeners.
Yes, all our primates out there, I'm very sorry. But if you look at a chimpanzee, right? Mm-hmm. And they're... Oh my gosh, I'm like holding back a cough. And... Nope, there it goes. If you look at a chimpanzee, like, look, they got, like, hands like us. They got feet like us. They don't walk around like us. But we can get them to walk around like us.
They're not us, though. And they're scary.
Have you seen Planet of the Apes?
I have.
Yeah. That's all I have to say on the
They're
movie.
Scary!
That's all I have to say.
I don't understand what your point is!
Have you seen the one that recently came out with Abraham Lincoln?
I have not.
I don't remember what that one's called.
I think it's the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Something like that.
Which is like super stupid.
There's a scene. Oh, I'm getting a call from somebody.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's my sister.
Not
Next
important.
One.
Didn't you leave your phone in a different location like I did? I don't actually know where I left my phone.
I keep my phone in my pocket.
Well, if I get a call or a text, it comes through my watch. So yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So this podcast is a joint effort between me and Max, and at this moment Max is bad and left his phone on.
Sorry, I left my phone on. I'm a goon.
You broke the flow of what we were talking about.
I'm sorry. We had a funky flow, and then we lost it. But anyway, Detective Pikachu looks good. And now we gotta switch up the topics. We've only been talking about Pokemon for like the past half hour.
So, books now.
Books. I haven't read many books
I've
recently.
been reading The Handmaid's Tale. I don't think we're going to get very far into this topic, mainly because I don't want to spoil this book. I know it's on your bookshelf, Max, and you should read it.
It is.
Maybe that'll be what we talk about next time. It's just Handmaid's Tale.
When I read it.
Yeah. Whenever Max reads it, we'll talk about The Handmaid's Tale. Because that book is getting a sequel in, like, September, even though that book is, like, 30 years old.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Hold on.
Wow. Getting more texts and calls in this podcast room. I would like to say, for those...
Also bleep out the name, Sam. Sorry, I have to cut you off.
So, for those who are interested in knowing, Max is sitting in a chair and I'm sitting on the floor. And it's funny, only because whenever Max is gesturing at me, he has to, like, point downward a little bit.
You goon! Prepare to die. Oh, I hit the wall. Prepare to die with my ultra mega king blast.
And so it's...
Bang, dead.
It gives a funny... For those... You can't see me, and you really probably can't tell, but Max, like, whenever he's talking to me, he's got to point downward a little bit, but that's just what I'm used to, like, 95% of my life.
Yeah, I'm a tall lad.
I'm a pretty short boy. We're not going to give specific heights.
Okay.
That's
No. Okay. I was going to say a thing. What were we talking about? I'm pointing down. So before we started the show, I'm actually sitting in a chair right now.
My chair, but yeah.
Yeah.
Max's chair, my bad.
Like, Diego was, like, digging out the closet, getting everything ready. And I was like, I'm going to sit in this chair so I can be stronger than you. I'll be the best one. And here I am, on the chair. And this goon's on the floor. That's all I have to say on the matter. That's all I have to say.
So, yeah. I don't know if we have any... Max, do you have any other topics before maybe we start signing off?
Ah, man, I'm not ready to sign off. I'm having a good time.
But, like...
How much do we got right now?
We've got almost an hour.
We have about an hour? Are you serious?
56 minutes.
That's crazy.
I know, it doesn't even feel like we've been sitting in the closet for,
this is awesome.
Yeah, we've given the editor a lot of stuff to work with. I feel like when he edits it down, it'll be close to about 60 minutes, or maybe 40 minutes, I mean.
And then I feel like we should keep talking at least for a little bit, because there was some times...
We don't necessarily need to record an episode for an entire hour. I don't think that'll have to... For those who are uninformed, this show, even though we talked about it, like, right at the beginning... this show doesn't have any format, so the podcast episodes don't necessarily need to be an hour and a half or an hour long. They can be however long we want to make them.
Yeah, we're not putting ourselves on a time limit.
And we're not putting ourselves on a schedule either, because that's garbage, and I don't want to work on a schedule.
Yeah.
We won't be able to get together all the time anyway.
I feel like we can still talk about stuff. And all this stuff is probably going to get cut anyway, because...
A lot of the stuff is probably going to get cut.
All of this... Yeah, that's why I think we should talk at least a bit more. Because all of this right now is just filler.
Yeah. And I feel like some of this portion... Like, some of this stuff will probably get moved around a little bit, just to make it more coherent, because we keep referencing to stuff at the beginning of the show when we were talking about it, but now it's here at the... closer to the hour mark.
Closer to the hour mark, yeah.
Yeah. This is why there's an editing period, so that it doesn't sound like it's just two guys talking for a while. Anyway, do we have any interesting opinions that we would like to share?
Okay. Interesting opinions. Let's not get political.
I don't.
My sister keeps texting me, and it's making me upset.
What is she texting about?
Just about what we're gonna be doing later.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some stuff. We're gonna go to an arcade. It's an arcade that I like a lot. I can talk about, like, my favorite thing there.
I can talk about arcade games in general. I really, really like arcade games.
Okay, you go first, because
all right.
This is...
I would like to say that by far my favorite arcade game is Mappy. It's one that not a ton of people have played or heard of, but it is by far one of my favorites. Most people have exposure to Mappy-ish stuff through Smash Brothers, with his recovery is actually from Mappy.
Yes.
Mappy is a game that doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you think about it. It's about a cop mouse who is infiltrating a cat's base, and the cat stole all the goods. And so as Mappy, you're going around this stage collecting all of the stolen goods. And you can open up doors, and these doors can hit the Mousers, I think is what they're called, actually. You hit them, and they're stunned for a little bit. It's without an image, it's really hard to show. The thing I do like about arcade games, though, is that although they are a little bit repetitive, they're a good challenge, and they're really easy to understand, and they're good for really quick sessions in the longer term.
That's fair. So my favorite arcade game. Oh, that's rough. I actually like a lot of arcade games.
A lot of arcade games are really good.
They are very solid, but a lot of them are quarter eaters.
Yeah. I think that's probably the reason I like Mappy so much, is it doesn't necessarily feel like a quarter eater.
Yeah, that's true.
In the long term.
I am very, very biased. I'm very, very biased when it comes to pinball games. I have a favorite pinball game. But when it comes to video games, like actual arcade ones, it's very fluctuating. I can tell you ones that I don't like right off the bat. If you're looking to play arcade Tetris, don't. It's boring. It's
arcade
very,
Tetris
very, very
sounds very boring. Even though
You
I really like Tetris.
You're gonna play it. I know you are, and you're gonna be
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'm
"This
gonna
is as boring can get."
Is it... Okay, so for arcade Tetris, because I have not played it, I'm going to ask you questions about it now.
Okay, hit me.
Which version of Tetris is it?
It's not even like a version of Tetris. It's like its own thing. There's the blocks. They're really weird because you only get certain blocks. Like I think they got rid of like 1 or 2 blocks.
How do you get rid of Tetris blocks?
I don't know.
Well,
But it's really bizarre, and I was not a fan. Also, the joystick was kind of not working.
That's fine. I think a lot of arcade machines suffer from this fate, which is the buttons or the joystick stops working after a long amount of time.
They do have arcade Mario. That's cool.
Ooh,
That's sick.
Versus Super Mario Versus.
I think so.
Oh,
That'd be fun. I'd be down playing around with you. But my favorite to quench. Is that the word? Quench?
I think quench is the right word.
Okay. To quench the audience at home. I do not have a favorite arcade game. I'm very varied.
I think you mean disappoint. I don't think you mean quench.
Quench.
To disappoint?
Well, to quench is in like answering their question.
Oh, answer the question, the audience's question.
Yeah.
Audience's question.
But my favorite pinball game of all time is called Total Nuclear Annihilation. And it's a pinball game made by like a little indie pinball company. And it's so good. And I don't know why I love it. Like I was walking down, I was like at the arcade walking down, and I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like engulfed in the game, like for a long time. And I never felt like, you know how you feel close to a game?
Yeah.
I never felt as close to a game as I did with this one. And it was like, or at least an arcade game. But when because most arcade games I just kind of glance, I'm like, oh, cool, I'll play that later. But I saw that and I was like, I need to play this right now. And I played it.
I feel like people are going to ask if we're going to an arcade, because I think every arcade has to be equipped with at least one DDR cabinet. I think it doesn't count as an arcade unless it's a retro arcade.
They have like a Japanese DDR cabinet there.
That counts. That counts. It doesn't matter. It needs to be at least one variation of a DDR cabinet. Do you like DDR?
I would say I enjoy it, but I'm not good. It is a sad death.
I think that is most people's initial reaction to playing Dance Dance Revolution.
So I have a tale, actually.
I have a tale?
I have a tale about DDR. It is not a DDR tale about me.
It's
sadly.
not a tale that the Sith would tell you, or not a tale that the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith.
You don't understand Star Wars. It's okay.
What? Lame.
It's well. Do you want to do the whole thing?
You can't say that on the podcast.
People
are gonna crucify me.
You didn't even watch episode 3 with me.
I did watch episode 3 with you.
We fell asleep.
Okay, yeah.
3 a.m.
I woke up to the best portion.
Did you see Obi-Wan Kenobi drop and then Grievous go, or then Obi-Wan goes, "Hello there."
I woke up.
He turns around and goes, "General Kenobi."
I woke up to the scene where
I love it.
Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting.
It's over, Anakin.
Yeah,
I have the high ground.
That was the portion I woke up to, and then I fell right back asleep. But it was the only portion that mattered.
But what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Yeah, that's right. Eyebrows r/prequel memes. Calm down, folks. Alright. But, what were we talking about before that? Oh, my DDR story. So, I was not part of this, but way back in middle school, we had this thing. We had a little thing going. And it was, like, a DDR dance thing in gym, and I did not understand it for the life of me. But I tried anyway, and I failed, and I did absolutely awful. And I got kicked out first round.
Wait. So you're telling me that both of our schools, because we went to different schools, both had a DDR machine?
No. Wait.
My elementary school had a PlayStation 2, and they had DDR.
They had the pads, right?
They had really nice pads.
What? We had crap pads. Anyway. Oh, no, wait. Were they, like, metal?
Yeah.
Yo, actually, I think that's the pads we had.
Okay. We don't even go, like, we go to different schools, but we also live in different school districts. So there's no way that our school districts would have, like, traded DDR equipment around.
This is wild.
Yeah, this is actually crazy. I didn't even know this.
Anyway.
Question for the audience. Did your school have a DDR unit?
Please.
We actually wanted to, like, this is actually a big thing. I thought my school was just weird.
Comment below if you have a
comment
DDR
wherever
thing.
comments are accepted.
Our school also had a Connect.
Send it in the mail.
That was weird. Anyway, so
my school did not have a Connect. We're not that cool.
So there's the dance thing. I was like the test subject because the gym teacher needed someone, and I failed horribly. But then they didn't tell us that this was going to be a tournament. So the best scores would go against each other, and it'd be like a little tournament bracket. And then the final score would be the final. You know how there's always like a final, like, what are they called?
A dance off?
Yeah, it's actually what it was. It was like it's assembly. Like on the final assembly on the last day of school.
Oh, that sounds like abysmal.
Yeah.
Like, I can imagine.
There was gonna be a DDR tournament, and I was so happy I lost first round. So I'm like, that is social suicide.
I can imagine like everybody getting together in the school, like the principal sitting in the back, and he's just like, he's got a clipboard and he's like checking off different boxes that are all labeled like fresh beats, nice spin kick,
fresh beats,
nice spin kick.
Okay.
He hit the groove to the extreme.
But he was really crazy, dog. Really wild.
Does this hypothetical principal, also wear his hat backwards?
Yes, he also tries to be cool with the kids.
He's got his suit unbuttoned.
He wears like a Ren and Stimpy shirt underneath. Yeah, I'm cool with the kids.
His tie is a Ren and Stimpy tie. He's got like a normal suit on, but he's got like the Ren and Stimpy
What shirt
tie.
would he wear? Oh, the cup things, like where they have the wavy lines and it looks like from those like Solo cups. That's what he have.
Oh yeah.
That's what he'd wear. Okay. Anyway,
he's also got like really cheap sunglasses on.
They call me. Wait, I need to find a principal voice. They call me hip with the kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
How do you do, fellow? No, I just think of Steve Buscemi going, fellow, or I don't remember the line. I think it's just how do you do, fellow kids. But that's the skateboard on his back. That's Steve Buscemi? Wait a minute. We need to look this up.
We'll look it up later. This is not important.
This is beyond science. But anyway, so I didn't get in, but a friend of mine did. In fact, 2 of my friends did. The
2 friends that were dancing against each other.
The other one I haven't seen in years. Okay. But the other one is I still talk to.
So, as far as we're concerned, they don't exist.
I still talk to. Yeah, well, one of them I still talk to.
Yeah, no, the other one doesn't.
But anyway, we were doing a thing. There was something even cringier that happened where one of the gym teachers was retiring, and she was really into like Florida or something, and
just the entire state.
It literally sounded like it was literally like we were banishing her into Florida. It was so good. Oh. It was like we had someone in a Mickey Mouse suit, and it was like horrifying because it was like one of those knockoff suits, and they like dragged her out. Like at the end, they're like, "Hooray, nice job!" And she the
Mickey Mouse like
the mouse
her.
and her they like walk off, and we never saw them again. So we assumed that Mickey Mouse just kind of kicked her into Florida. We're not sure. Unsolved mystery.
She's probably still working in the underground network of Disney.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
She's smuggling drugs into the park.
But anyway, immediately after that, we had
Mouse
the
needs his
DDR.
cocaine fix.
The mouse. I can't do my Mickey Mouse voice because I'm sick.
Mouse needs his
I have
fix.
a Mickey Mouse voice and a Goofy voice, but I can't do Donald Duck.
I can't do voices at all.
Ha. Got him.
I have like 3 voices and none of them sound good.
All of my voices are horrible because I sound like a 3-year-old.
Max is actually just a goon.
I am. Anyway, so they were bopping, They went up there, and I've never seen. Let's call. Nah, I won't do anything.
Oh, we'll call them Guy 1 and Guy 2.
Guy 2. I've never seen Guy 2 dance as hard as he ever done. Guy 2 is a crazy, like, he plays a ton of stuff, and he always talks about how he has 100%ed Super Meat Boy. Well, not always, but he always brings it up whenever we talk about, like, completing games, which is very admirable. Props to him. Like, I don't think I could do that. But I've never seen him so in the zone. And everyone was, like, cheering him on.
Was there a prize?
There was no prize. There was a prize of being the DDR king or queen.
Do you even get a crown?
I don't think so. I think they just
What's
won.
even the point?
I don't know. Anyway,
Lame.
he won, and it was like the best thing ever, and we still remember it to this day, and he just wants to forget about it. Yeah, that's my DDR story.
We've been talking a lot about video games, but as we discussed earlier, we have different hobbies. Do we want to talk about literally anything else but video games?
I mean, I'm in the zone right now.
We're in the zone.
I mean, we could talk about outdoor misadventures. I know I've done a bunch of dumb stuff outside.
I feel like you and I could both talk about stuff that we've done in Boy Scouts that is dumb and or fun at the same time.
Oh man, Boy Scouts for me. I love Boy Scouts. It was a good time. I especially love that when I got away from it all, I got all these I learned all these board games and card games, and I still play them to this day. But sometimes I was like,
shout out to one of our leaders, whose name we won't say on the podcast.
Well, that's because we're not going to say his last name.
Well, we're gonna Mr. Man. That's gonna be the guy.
Mr. Man. He gave us each a copy of Blood Bowl, and oh my gosh!
For those who are unaware,
I love him.
For those who don't want to do a quick Google search about what Blood Bowl is, Blood Bowl is like this fantasy football.
No. It's here's how I say it to people who are like not initiated.
Right.
It's fantasy football. It's you make a team out of your orcs, your elves, your humans,
your monsters,
and they just duke it out, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm. And for those who still didn't do that Google search, the game is like $80.
It is expensive.
This is because there are so many different pieces that you need in order to play this game.
It's a miniature game.
Everything is a miniature, and there's a lot of information, and it does take a while to set up, but it is also a game that is meant to be played as like an actual tournament, not just 1v1.
Honestly, props to Mr. Man, because that is like one of my greatest takeaways, or not one of my greatest takeaways, but it was like one of my favorite moments was just trying to figure out how to play that game. And I don't know why it stuck with me so much.
Probably other
than some really obvious stuff that
it's probably because
we're not
it's
going to
more
talk
recent.
about. Probably, but other than some like obvious stuff, we're not going to get into that. It was
outside of Boy Scouts.
It was a very sad.
My favorite
moment.
Boy Scout memory was the one where we were sitting inside and playing playing board games with friends.
Yeah. Yes.
By far, my favorite experience is, as Boy Scouts, we have the opportunity to go on high adventures, aka, usually things that are higher of. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. High adventure is just like a higher activity, like a one that requires a bit more strength and a little bit more skill and all that fun stuff.
I'm not done yet, but you can keep going.
All right. Sorry, Max.
Because I was gonna say the reason I think that most recent memory stuck with me was because I've never had something so generous happen to me in a long time, and Mr. Man, if you're listening to this, if you're sitting down actually,
if somehow he finds this talking, you know who you are, Mr. Man. I want to say that you're an amazing person, and I want to make it up to you somehow, but I'm not sure how. Speaking of which, I still need to get him his mentor pin.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah,
props to him. Him and another adult were my absolute favorites. Because the other adult would, he'd look for coins and stuff.
Oh, I know. I still have some of those coins. Yeah, I am an Eagle Scout. I don't know. Max knows this.
Yes, I do know this.
My certificate is sitting outside of this closet right now. I got my Eagle. I would say it feels fairly recently.
Yes.
I might have earned it a few months ago, but it still feels very recent because when you're an Eagle Scout, you get these. You do a big Eagle Court of Honor. It's like a very specific thing. It's just for you. And it was actually really nice because I got to talk to a lot of people that I haven't been able to see in a while or whatever. And it's really interesting just because I'm graduating soon. a big graduation boy from
Yeah,
my
yeah.
high school. I get to graduate soon, which is really, really cool. And so it's like I get to see all these people again soon as well. And it was nice because it was more like a celebration, and because a lot of the times with Eagle Court of Honors, it kind of feels like a goodbye.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the way they always feel like, because most of the times the people leave.
That's because you're coming back. You're coming back as a assistant.
As an adult leader.
Yeah, as an adult leader.
So I get to be a cool boy, and I get to come back. So it was actually really nice because it didn't feel like a farewell, which most of them do. It kind of felt like a celebration, which was so nice.
It was good. I went there. It was a good time.
Back to what I was kind of talking about before.
I'm sorry.
No. This was me who got into a tangent about Eagle Scout stuff. Do you want to talk?
Yeah.
You can't tell, but Max looks very sad.
I'm very sad. That's because Mr. Man has been through a lot, and he was literally like the best leader.
Yeah, we were both there.
Him, Mr. Man, and the other guy, he knows who he is too. The one who looked for coins and watched my back when I was brand new in Scouts.
If either of
those
them
two
find
are
this
my
podcast.
Yeah, if either of these two find this podcast or Diego ever shows them, just thank you. I know I'm out of Scouts. I know I'm gone.
I can testify. I gave both of them mentor pins. There's a third one that I still need to get the mentor pin, but he didn't actually show up to my Eagle Court of Honor because he was busy.
Yeah.
Those three men, they all know who they are. Maybe. Yeah, you guys are fantastic. You guys are the kind of leaders that we want in our lives. Just the ones that are willing to give very constructive criticism our way, and who are also willing just to have a good time. I feel like that's something that is kind of lost a little bit.
This got really wholesome. This got really wholesome.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah. This is just a good old wholesome. Mm-hmm. See, we talk about whatever we want over here.
Yeah. So, yeah, because both of those leaders have been with me for what feels like forever.
The same here.
Even though they haven't. I think I was there before either of them. But they feel like such a deep part of the troop that I can't really imagine the troop anymore without either of them.
Oh, 100%. They've really dug their way in.
Mm-hmm. And
to our hearts.
To our soul.
To our soul.
But yeah, I do really, really like both of those guys. I wish I could do more than just give them a mentor pin, because they have done so much for us. They've sacrificed so much.
Yes. I 100% agree with you. Put her there, chum. Mm-hmm. This got real.
Mm-hmm. I would also like to talk about Mrs. Man.
Mrs. Man.
Mrs. Man did a lot. Mr. Man's wife. She did so much for the troop as well. Before they left.
Oh, 100%.
She did planning for almost all of the troop functions.
Yeah.
She would find us different camping experiences. That's actually the reason that we figured out about Snowbase.
Really?
She was the one that found it.
Oh, wow.
Because before that, we would just do, like, the Winter Blast or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I wonder if Snowbase is a thing in other.
It is. It seems like Snowbase is a very. It seems like it's only here. I know that there's other winter campouts around.
Oh no! They could track us on the internet.
Oh no!
We need to.
I feel like Snowbase is a very general term though.
Yeah.
Unless it's Don, and then people are showing up. To be fair though, people come from all around the country to do Snowbase.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like last time I was there, we had groups from 2 different states.
Well now maybe our editor can redact Snowbase because
our editor knows.
Maybe. Because I feel like that gives away our location a bit, but...
Well, you can come from anywhere to go to Snowbase.
That's fair, but we said it, we've alluded to us being... Oh, whatever.
Alright. For those who...
Just cut that out, Sam. Cut that out.
For those who want to know what Snowbase is, it's like this winter camp that's held in, January. And it's like this program that when you're going up the ranks through it, you're doing different things. So usually your first year you're kind of getting used to doing winter camping, and then the second year is more winter camping where you're outside all the time, and then the third year is more outside time, like you're out for an extra day. and then you do dog sledding.
Yeah.
And then you do, new to this year is snowmobiling.
Cool. Oh, actually.
Yeah,
cool.
I did that program this year.
No, it's sick.
Yeah. Max, you want to talk about drama? Because we've been talking about Boy Scouts.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about Boy Scouts. It was time for me to leave. I know I couldn't have gotten my Eagle with just the pace I was going at, which was nothing.
I think you can. I think if you committed some time to it, you definitely could.
Yeah, but I've been around the block before. Like, there isn't people there. Like, a lot of people dropped out. A lot of older scouts dropped out.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like that's what's happening with a lot of Boy Scout troops.
There's just nothing I could do. It was like, well, there is stuff I can do. I guess I could have stayed, but there's just like it was basically just I knew you and everyone else. Or that's not true. That's not true.
I was gonna say, there's a couple of boys.
There's a couple people I still know, but like, the troop just kept having new people, and I felt more and more like an old man. And I was like, I think it's just time for me to go.
I think that's partially why I'm sticking around. Like you're saying like, oh, I feel like an older man, but then I'm sitting here like I'm the keeper of the knowledge.
I remember the days when Max was in Boy Scouts. You remember Max? Nobody does.
Showing our friend I'm gonna give him a name quick. I was showing our friend Xavier at the last meeting a whole bunch of pictures from when we were still new in the troop.
Oh, is that where you found the picture of me and you?
Yeah.
I hate you so much. I look like a little goblin.
I would link that picture, but people would be very like.
Oh yeah.
It would be both. Which one is he? And then if they figured it out, then they could track it, and I want that.
I'd rather not have that picture floating around on the internet. Sorry.
I mean, I would be
friends.
okay with it, but I know Max wouldn't.
I'm not okay with it because
I don't know if,
I look like a goon in that image.
I don't know if you know which friend I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh, is it, not, how do I refer to him?
Well, we can beep it. We can bleep it.
We can bleep it. Are you talking about Mitch?
No.
Mark?
I'm talking about Logan.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was showing Logan
That's
a lot.
That's right.
I'm gonna keep. Okay.
You were showing Xavier.
Yeah, I'm showing Xavier all of these old photos, and he's complaining about how does he remember all of these things? Because I've been in Boy Scouts for probably about a decade now. I started as a Cub Scout.
He's ancient.
I'm an ancient man. I am the keeper of the knowledge.
Don't mind me. I'm just blowing my nose. All right.
I'll wait.
We're good.
All right. Yeah, like, I'm ancient. I've been doing Boy Scouts for a long time, and I do plan to continue being a leader of some form. Even if I can't show up to everything, I do want to continue being a leader.
Yeah.
Just because I like it that much.
And that's a good thing. And frankly, our editor is going to be an Eagle Scout, and I'm excited.
I'm excited because we're going to his Eagle Court of Honor this weekend.
Yep. I'm very sad. Well, by the time of this recording, no one will know. Because
by the time that this is up in public,
it'll
probably be long past.
Yeah.
But at this moment, we're both very excited. Eagle Court of Honors are a really big deal, and having friends come to celebrate it with you, especially if they understand what it takes to get your Eagle, is fantastic.
100%. I think we've been talking a lot about Boy Scouts.
Well, mainly because we have such a commonality in it. Even though
I have a lot of mixed feelings. I really did enjoy Scouts, but at the end of the day, I think it was the right move to leave.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're nearing the end of the show. This is smelly.
Mm-hmm. We talked about video games for 95% of it, and then we talked about Boy Scouting for the last 5%.
That's fine. I'm fine with just going as we go.
Yeah.
I'm fine with going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I want to talk some mo. But I'm rapping right now.
Neither of us have social medias, so we can't.
Well, I actually do have a social media now.
Do you want to say it?
No, we'll save it for later. We'll make this exciting.
Neither of us really carry social media.
Would you want to hunt me down? Let's go and do it.
The reason, I don't know if you have a very specific reason for not holding a lot of social
No
medias.
one will ever figure out my... Let me give you a secret. Is this on?
Yeah.
If you look up the name Octavius Terror Scream, that is me. I am at Octavius Terror Scream. This is not a joke. This is 100% serious. Take me 100% seriously. Okay, team, look at me. 100% serious. You can't even look at me. This is a podcast.
Listen to us.
Listen to me. 100%. This is definitely not a joke. This is real. This is real life. That's all I have to say on the matter. Goodbye.
I think the only reason I haven't held to social media is because I'm a very easily distracted man.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I broke because my sister's like, you're an old man. And I'm like, yeah.
Agreed.
I'm like, you're like, or a bunch of people asked me for my Snapchat, and I was like, I don't have a Snapchat, but
I feel
okay.
I more just gave into the pressure and made a Snapchat, which nobody's gonna touch because I don't even post on it. It's more just to talk to people that I don't.
That only use Snapchat. That's how I do it. That's how I use it at least. Anyway, how are we gonna do the outro?
We need to just sing a little ditty. I don't even know. Or we could just end it on a joke.
Should I grab the joke book?
Grab the joke book. All right, guys. So we gotta end on a good joke.
Okay.
We gotta end on a yoke.
We actually have
No, I gotta say the joke.
Okay. It's time for the outro. Diego's joke corner. Diego has about a month of jokes that he hasn't even used because he has like a calendar thing with a joke on it.
This was a birthday or a Christmas gift.
He has about a month's worth of jokes to do. So we're gonna go through, hopefully, all of them. Yesterday's joke, if you weren't here, or excuse me, the 23rd of January.
I'll
is
be
joke.
I'll be one of the. Do you want to be?
Which one do you want to be?
I'll be the waiter.
I'll be the diner.
All right.
Watch out! Your thumb's in my soup.
Don't worry, sir. It's not that hot.
But
That was-
next joke.
All right. Do you want to be Ted or Fred?
I want to be both of them.
No.
He has multiple personality disorders. So this joke is for the 24th of January for Diego's joke corner. Diego.
All right. Am I Ted?
You want to be Ted?
I'll be Ted.
All right, go.
Okay. Did you hear about that? Shoot, I already messed it up.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay.
You're the weak link.
I am.
We gotta go.
All right. Did you hear about the dog that ran 10 miles to retrieve a stick?
That sounds a little far-fetched.
And that's the end.
Hooray!
Hurrah!
Well, hopefully you enjoyed this podcast. This was a test. Please tell us how it went.
This is episode 0.
Episode 0. We've said that like 50 times. You said that like 50 times
I just
already.
like the idea of an episode 0.
Oh, that's fair. All right. So this is the end of the podcast.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. I hope you enjoyed.
Tell your neighbors. Tell your neighbor's dog.
Tell me. That's it. Am I on the podcast?
If you meet him in real life, tell him that he made it, and give us a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Please just tell us how it went. We would really appreciate the feedback, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that is all.
Just thank you for being here the whole time.
Yeah. We need that AdSense on YouTube.
I have we already hit the 10-minute mark. I think we can call it. All right. Goodbye.
Adios.
You're all lads.